Hey guys, welcome to Circuit. Today I want to show you how I built my first LED cube. Being an electronics hobbyist, it was a must to build an LED cube at some point. Let's have a quick look at the cube before we get started. This kind of structure allows us to control all the 64 of these LEDs using just 20 pins. At first I thought this sounded like magic, but then it hit me. The structure is the secret. There are 16 columns, and these act as positive terminals, and the 4 horizontal layers, which are interconnected and act as negative terminals. Total 20 control pins, out of which 16 are positive or anodes and 4 are negative or cathodes. Using combination of the above pins, we can light up specific LEDs or segment of lights. To make the most of the cube, a technique called high-speed multiplexing is used. That's a topic for another video. Let's get started with the build process. I started off by testing all the LEDs and making sure they had a consistent brightness. You can use a breadboard for this job. Then I cut off the terminals approximately 1 cm from the base of the LED and bent the anode by 90 degrees. I used solid core wires to make the structure. You can also use a silver coated copper wire if you can find them. I firstly cut 32 pieces of wires approximately 15 centimeters long. Then I removed the insulation and straightened them by using a pair of pliers and pulling from both the sides. This was a very tedious and time consuming part. If you can find the silver coated copper wire, you can eliminate half of the work. After a couple hours of pulling on wires, I had all the 32 wires nice and straight. Next, I marked 4 spots 3 centimeters apart where the LEDs will be soldered. Next, I pre-tinned these spots and the anodes of the LEDs and soldered them. Take your time and do it patiently. The longer you take, the better the cube will look. We end up with something like this after soldering all the 4 LEDs with proper alignment. Repeat the same process to get 16 of these one-dimensional columns. When all of these columns are kept side by side, you can see that there are 4 rows of LEDs. These 4 rows will make our 4 negative or the cathode layers. All the negative terminals in each row will be connected together. Next, cut the excess wires at the top of the column. Now it's time to convert these one-dimensional columns into 2D structures or 2D arrays. I took 4 columns and connected all the negative terminals of LEDs in each row, again at a distance of 3 centimeters from each other. Don't cut the excess wire at the ends of the rows at this point. With this, we end up with a 4x4 grid of LEDs with 4 positive and 4 negative terminals. Repeat the same to make 4 of these grids. Now we are almost done. These 4 grids form the 4 vertical slices. We can bend the excess wire in the rows to join these slices together. I bent the 4 negative terminals by 90 degrees and soldered them onto the 4 negative terminals of the other rows of other slices. By doing this, we are interconnecting all the negative terminals of LEDs in a horizontal layer. Hence, now we have 16 columns which make up for 16 positive terminals and 4 horizontal layers which make up for 4 negative terminals. Make sure the soldered joints are strong, as it's really hard to reach inside the cube once it is assembled. After a quick check, I placed the cube onto a perforated PCB and soldered all the 16 columns. I soldered 4 wires to each of the layers to get the 4 negative terminals. I added 100 ohm resistors in series with each column to protect it from overcurrent. Well, that's it for the structure. In this video, I am driving this cube with a custom-made circuit which does not use a microcontroller. If you are interested to know more about the circuit, comment down below and I can make a separate video about that. This structure can be driven using various circuits with or without microcontrollers. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you have any doubts or queries. You can also follow me on Instagram. Links are in the description.